the first time most of us visit Europe, what shocks us is watching people drink water straight from the tap. This is an alien concept for us. We largely depend on an RO purifier or an aquaguard, and when we travel, buying bottled water is the norm, right? Drinking water from a tap in India? Unimaginable. But what if I told you there is a city in India where you can drink water straight from the tap? And not just any city, one of our most popular pilgrimage sites, Puri. I'm Lavanya, and in this episode of The Climate Brief, we are telling the story of how a small city in Odisha made drink from tap water a reality, and ask ourselves, can the rest of India do it too? In 2021, Puri became the first Indian city to promise something we had never imagined: 100% piped water connections across every household in the city with 24/7 supply, and at a quality clean enough to drink straight from the taps without any filtering or boiling. The city has also installed 120 drinking water fountains along the Grand Road leading to the famous Jagannath temple, so pilgrims and tourists can drink water safely too. How? Puri is a city of just about 2.5 lakh people and is a major pilgrim destination, one of the original Char Dham that sees almost 2 crore visitors annually. Back in 2015, only half the households had piped water connections. The other half relied on public sources or tankers standing in queues for hours. And for those who did have pipes, the water was infrequent, often contaminated. In fact, 47% of all water being produced was disappearing through leaks before it even reached anyone's home. But this wasn't the only problem with tourism driving rapid urbanization. Puri was also draining its groundwater fast, leading to a water crisis. So in 2017, the Odisha government launched the Sujal Drink from Tap mission. The idea was to make the water clean enough to drink straight from the tap, without RO or a filter. And guess what? They actually made it happen. In 2021, the entire city had piped water connections and achieved drink from tap standards. How did they pull this off? It all started with understanding the root cause of the problem. One of the most common reasons for water contamination is that sewage lines and water supply lines run too close to each other. So Odisha mapped every single pipe in the city and realigned or relocated where necessary. Then came fixing the source. They stopped relying on groundwater and instead used water from the Bhargavi river as their primary source. The water gets drawn from the river into a reservoir, treated at a plant, and then pushed through the city's main pipes into 19 overhead storage tanks placed at height across Puri. From there, gravity does the work, pushing water down through 275 kilometers of neighborhood pipes into every home across 19 zones. Next was fixing the pipes. In cities with irregular supply, pipelines lose pressure during off hours, and that drop in pressure can allow contaminated water to be sucked in from outside. So Odisha built a fully pressurized pipeline for almost 33,000 metered household connections, running 24/7, which keeps the pressure constant, so nothing gets in and the water quality remains safe. Alongside that, they built in real-time digital monitoring through a network of sensors placed throughout the system that measure flow, pressure, and water quality every 5 seconds, flagging pressure drops and catching leaks within hours. To build public trust, the administration launched a Pure for Sure campaign, installing digital display boards in public places to show the real-time water quality data, helping convince citizens the water was safe to drink without boiling. Of course, the most important piece is holding all of this together: Jal Sathis. Women from self-help groups were trained as ward-level water managers. They handled setting up new connections, meter reading, billing, quality testing, and grievance redressal across all households. And finally, some policy measures to make sure no one got left out. They introduced interest-free installments for those who couldn't pay upfront and exempted urban poor households from connection fees altogether. Clean drinking water should be something we take for granted, but we are nowhere close to that in most of India. If you follow the news, you've probably seen reports of people falling sick from contaminated water. But the case that shocked everyone was in December 2025 in Indore, India's cleanest city, where at least 21 people died and 200 were hospitalized after sewage contaminated the drinking water supply. In fact, 1 in 4 tap water samples collected across India failed microbiological quality tests. And 3 in 4 households drink that water without any treatment at all due to lack of alternative. The groundwater we depend on is contaminated with toxins, and our rivers and lakes face growing pressure from untreated sewage and industrial pollution. Between January 2025 and January 2026, at least 5,500 people fell ill, and 34 died across cities from sewage-contaminated piped water. This is a real public health emergency, which is only going to get worse. But Puri's Drink from Tap initiative has led to waterborne diseases cases dropping by more than 90%, with no deaths recorded. It has led to real savings for the people. About 85% of households voluntarily remove their overhead tanks. Every household saved around 50,000 rupees that would otherwise have been spent on underground sumps, daily pumping, and household-level water treatment. That is not just clean water. That is money back in people's pockets and time back in their day. Reduced water loss. Non-revenue water, which is treated water lost through leaks, theft, and untracked connections, dropped from 54% to 15% by installing meters on every household connection, so that every liter of water is traceable and leaks are detected easily. Minimizes water loss. An average RO purifier wastes approximately 3 liters of water for every 1 liter it purifies. So every household that switches to safe tap water is also cutting out that waste entirely. Restoration of groundwater. The primary water source shifted from depleting groundwater and has allowed the city's overused aquifers to recover and recharge via specialized bore wells. The positive impacts extend way beyond water. We talk so much about solving India's plastic problem via bans, but we don't talk enough about making the underlying infrastructure stronger. This is a great example. Estimates show that the Drink from Tap initiative will reduce 400 tons of plastic waste every year, as tourists don't have to rely on plastic water bottles anymore. Now, a fair thing to point out, Puri is a city of just 2.5 lakh people. Scaling this to a Mumbai or a Delhi is a very different challenge. But the model isn't sitting still. Odisha has already identified 24 more cities, including Bhubaneswar and Cuttack, for the Drink from Tap project. Work is completed in 8 and advanced in the rest. Ayodhya is implementing a 200 crore rupee project in phases, replacing pipelines and switching from groundwater to the Saryu River, starting with 9,000 homes near the temple complex. Coimbatore has been running 24/7 portable supply in parts of the city since 2018. And in those areas, per capita water consumption has already dropped from 135 to 95 liters per day. Because when people trust the supply, they stop hoarding. And under Amrit 2.0, the central government has sanctioned 691 projects worth 32,300 crore rupees for drink from tap facilities across cities like Pune, Shimla, Nagpur, and Dehradun. So here's what you can do right now. Look up whether your city or ward is part of Amrit 2.0's Drink from Tap program. If it is, ask your local councillor where that project actually stands. If it isn't, ask why not. And the next time someone tells you the RO purifier is just how things are, tell them about Puri. Share this video and subscribe to The Climate Brief for more stories like this.